So this immigration issue in particular, I don't think we touched on this, is a facet of Indigenous genocide. So I know we didn't have that in our list of things to talk about, but I think we went through our topics already. So we want to talk about Indigenous genocide. So basically, we are doing a crap ton of terrible shit in South America, in Central America, and all of the coups and destabilization that we're doing is creating an influx of people coming over here. So have you guys seen anything Indigenous related in y'all's work related to this?
So most of the kids that I've worked with are Indigenous. They speak their Indigenous language, their parents do. And a lot of times, I know there's like warlike situations, but it also has to do with climate changes that are occurring.
Okay.
So that's why some people do leave. But also, like, so when I talk about stuff like this, like, I feel kind of uncomfortable always making it about, oh, okay, so they're leaving, like, war-torn situations or even climate changes, because I feel like it sets up a dynamic of, or I guess it reinforces the dynamic of, oh, okay, so what's a good migrant and what's a bad migrant?
Right.
So if somebody wants to come, they can fucking come, right? Like I don't think it should matter, like, what the reasoning is, right? Mm-hmm. So everybody should just be free to, like, move up and down. So yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Of course, when they do flee for a reason, like, I totally agree with you. Like, anybody should be here for whatever reason you need to, or vice versa. If we wanted to go to another country, etc. But like you were touching on as far as Indigenous issues, like, this is the United States and other countries. We are all part of this continuum of settler colonialism, where Angela Davis makes these points where after Ferguson, when you look at the people who were the police and the equipment that they were using and the training that they had for dealing with the people who were revolting in Ferguson, they often got training or materials or in some way or another had a connection with the Israeli Defense Forces. So there's a continuum of oppression around the world that we see that's connected that we don't always realize there. And one point I kind of want to go back to is, like, when we take on this work and we try to do any type of work that is helping people, is not to try and reinforce the institutions that are oppressing people. So it's a delicate balance. If we, like, for example, Sandra talked about, like, Democrats who come in and say, let's reform something. Reform can also often mean just simply reinforcing the system and making it, more woke, if you want to put it that way. Like body cams on cops. So when we speak in an abolitionist mindset, we want to talk about how we can effectively abolish the police ever having connection with people, abolish the migrant services from ever touching somebody, with whatever their migrant status is. So we don't want to have woke ICE. We don't want to have woke cop. Mm-hmm. We want to end all of that. So everything that we do in our organizing work has that mindset, has that mentality. Realizing people are inside, we want to always be thinking about how we're going to end all of this. And never get caught up in the trap of, there's some nice people, there's some nice people. Once you get trapped into that, you end up becoming a part of that very same system. Mm-hmm. And I think that's how good-minded liberals end up getting involved in that, because they start to identify with the system of oppression and injustice. And that's definitely something that when we organize in this capacity, and everything that we do, we always want to be wary of that.
I think a lot of that comes back to, it's because it doesn't really affect them.
Exactly.
So it's easy to be like, oh, okay. So, like, when the story broke about how in the concentration camps they didn't have, like, soap and toothbrushes. Mm-hmm. And so that was, like, a thing that Democrats were, like, focusing hardcore on. It's like, yeah, obviously we should, have these things that are better for them while they're being detained or whatever, but ultimately, shouldn't the conversation be about shutting the shit down?
Exactly.
Not just, oh, let's make prisons like nicer. Let's give them a blanket. It's like, no, what the fuck?
They shouldn't be in there at all.
Yeah.
Like,
Just like there's like a more toothbrush act or something like that.
And then they're like, oh yay, you know, we got the brushes, the toothbrushes, and soap in there, and it's like, okay, but
yeah, that's well, and like for me, that goes to like basic PR and marketing, right? So like, yay, we got toothbrushes and soap in there. Just focus on this. Don't mind anything else that is happening because everybody's profiting off of it, and we're profiting off of it. So just focus on the toothbrushes, okay? So yeah,
And even like on the privatization thing, like if we abolish, I think the California bill is actually really good. Like, sometimes people will focus on only the privatization of prisons and forget that if the prisons are then locally based, they will no longer be privately run; they'll be government based, and that's not going to be very much better if, in fact, it's the same situation just with different owners.
yeah.
yeah, our corporations are the government,
Exactly.
so it wouldn't. Yeah, definitely. So we are on the YouTube chat. For those of you listening on All-Real Radio, we are live on a live stream on YouTube. For those of you, I guess I should switch the camera to see me. For those of you looking at Status Coup, I'm also talking on a radio app. With that said, any of you guys on YouTube, if you have any questions, please drop some questions in there. Take maybe like 2 because we're running a little short on time. But while the questions go up there, preferably not Bernie questions, because we're not talking about Bernie Sanders. I do like Bernie Sanders, but we're not talking about him. So please keep it, ICE, immigration, these poor people who are in literal concentration camps dying. Cool. So with that said, how can people connect with you while we're waiting for questions?
We have an email, and we have a Facebook page.
Yes.
Yeah, Facebook page and Instagram.
And Instagram. Yeah.
Yep.
Is it,
Houston Migrant Outreach Coalition. Look us up on Facebook.
Yeah,
Look us up on Instagram. We have a great social media presence on both of those. We update regularly the stories related to migrant issues. In fact, our social media presence there, I learned stuff from that page.
Yeah,
I know. Thank you a lot. Thank you.
y'all's Instagram is lit. Like,
Yeah,
I love y'all's Instagram.
Like, she makes stuff, I'm like, oh, like, sometimes I see it, I'm like, oh,
Do you want to mention that?
Huh?
You want to mention that?
Oh, yeah.
So we do have a movie night tonight, which is at Christ the King Church, Lutheran Church in Bryce Village area. We're going to be showing a documentary on migrant, people coming here and the experiences they have in various capacities. It's also going to be, it's a fundraiser for an event that we're going to be having there as well. So if people can come out, it's free. You're free to come out tonight at 7 to 9 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
And again, that's Christ the King Church, Lutheran Church in Bryce Village. But yeah, look us up, send us a message. We are pretty good at responses, and we'll be happy to provide you information, especially if you want to know about how you can get involved with actually joining in and participating in the visitation program, or letter writing, whatever you want to do that's going to, you think could help people out, ideas. Hit us up, and we'll be happy to get in touch with you.
But to go back to the fundraiser,
Sure.
we're raising funds for the Zapatista women. They're holding their Zapatista Women's Gathering at the end of December, and so they've requested pants, blue jeans, beans, rice. So we're raising money for that, and I'm going to be traveling down, so I'll be buying the supplies in probably Mexico City. So we are, that's what the fundraiser is about.
And we do have a GoFundMe for that on our Facebook page. So
yeah, cash, donate.
Yes, please do.
Cool. Do you guys have, so whenever you guys have meetings and workshops, you post it on Instagram and Facebook and whatnot?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so we do, like, if people want to get started, we have visitations, like, ready to go. Like, we just need to do, like, a little bit of background so people know what to expect and, you know, like, what our goals are. But yeah, I mean, we need volunteers to go visit.
And as I was mentioning earlier, like there's a United Nations of people who are inside detained. So if you speak another language, a second language, we have people who speak Arabic, French, who are willing to go in. So whatever language you speak, that will help us to, if we connect with somebody who speaks, for example, Hindi or Farsi, that will help us to connect with that person to go in and visit the people. People sometimes think that only Spanish speakers are in detention centers, but there are many people who are caught in the system from all around the world, all different languages.
Hope you enjoyed that last video. Hop on over to statuscoup.com where you can sign up for our email list and become a member for as low as $5 to $10 a month. Membership is how we grow. That's statuscoup.com/join. And remember, join our email list so we can grow the revolution with you.